Okay, I got my Uukha limbs today. The bottom ones are the DOS, $159. And these are the more expensive Uukha limbs. If you look at the curves on them, as far as the curve goes on the tips, they're about the same. The one thing I found interesting is, if you look at these DOS tips, they have a nice groove cut. See the groove? And if you look at these Uukhas, you see that little, it's like nothing in the front, then on the side, and they go down an angle. So we'll have to see how the string fits on those, but I found that unusual. They're very light. These are very light. And they're obviously not layered the same. They're different materials. Okay, these are the 35s. I have two identical rises that I cut past center. I'm going to set up two bows, one with the DOS 35 pounds and one with the Uukhas, and we're going to just do a little test, a trajectory test, to see how they feel. Okay, I was looking on these limbs to see which one was upper and lower, and they actually have identical marks on the back, you know, and nothing says upper or lower, but when you look at the front of them, you can see that the writing, how you put it on the bow, would be upright, the upper and the lower. Okay, so that's how you figure it. That's how I figured it out. Okay, today we're going to talk about limbs. I have my first set of Uukha limbs. Okay, not sure how you say it. Tuulia limbs. I'm not sure. Nature Evo. They look very nice. They're very light. I have two carbon Z risers that I own. I cut both of these past center identical. They have the same brace height, identical. They have the same knocking point, identical. Okay, so the same pounds each. I put them on a scale, same even tiller. They're both adjusted the same way. And we're going to take some shots at 20 yards, and we're going to see what the difference in the $159 DOS limbs are to the over $400 Uukha limbs are. So why do people buy limbs? You know, why do they spend extra money on limbs? What do they want to get out of them? Well, to be honest, you pull back either one of these on a recurve, there's no let off. When you get to your anchor and they're properly adjusted and you want 35 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, that's what they are. Okay, the difference in a good limb and a cheaper limb is how it draws sometimes, and the speed. Now, I'm not a speed demon. I like hunting, and you really don't need a super fast bow. You really want a quiet bow. Quiet is more important than anything. But when you shoot targets or 3D, sometimes you want a flatter trajectory. So if you can use a 35-pound limb that's faster than one slower, you get better trajectory. Also, if you have kids that are in Junior Olympics, or you know, they shoot Olympic bows, or they want to get into bear bow, and you want them to be able to reach out and touch a 20-yard target, a little kid. So that's where it may come in a little faster limb at the same pound. All right, so enough talking. Just wanted to show you everything's the same. And I'm going to shut the video off. I'll splice it together. Next one will be me shooting at the deer target at 20 with both these bows, just to see, same arrows, same everything, just to see the point of impact, and I'll tell you how they feel. Okay, I have an X on the bag target downrange, and we're going to compare point of impacts with the DOS $150 bamboo core limbs and the Uukha limbs that are a little over $400. And just basically want to see the impact. So here we go. I'm going to try and make two good shots at 20 yards. Watch me shoot. Okay, good enough. That was for the DOS. Here we go with the Uukhas. A little windy today. What a difference. Okay. We talked about before I talked about how the difference of the smoothness of drawing. Can't explain it until you pull it back yourself. They're both the same weight. I weighed them on a scale, but the Uukahs come back smooth all the way. No way to explain it, no way to, tell you how it feels. You'll have to actually try it yourself. And as far as speed, let's go down and check out where the point of impact is. Okay, it's about a fist higher. That's really a lot of speed you're getting out of the Uukha limbs. So I guess I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, once again, if you're on a budget, those DOS limbs, they're fast too, but not as fast. You feel them when you draw back. They don't feel as smooth. There's no way of explaining it other than it's smooth for the Uukha limbs. But they're both good limbs. Depends what you want to do. Depends what you want to pay for. And they're definitely worth a little extra money in my opinion. Well, that's the end of today's video. Get out and shoot.